Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. We are studying chapter Trade and Commerce. In our last lecture, we have talked about the role of some financial sectors, stock exchange and banking, and these are the very important occupation, sporting industry, trade and commerce. Our today's lecture is about service industries, and we will discuss some important service industries and their role so that you will be able to understand the role of service industries, that is the largest employer of labor. Students, we have already discussed about service or tertiary industry in the previous chapter. So can you recall what is service industry? Yes, you're right. Service or tertiary industry, that is the third level of industry, does not produce goods for sale but provides services to the general population and to businesses. It enables the two other levels of industry function effectively. So it is clear that the service industries do not produce goods, but in one way or another they allow all of the other businesses and industries to function and allow a society to run smoothly. Nowadays, economists divides all economic activities into two broad categories: goods and services. Goods producing industries are agriculture, mining, manufacturing and construction. Each of them creates some kind of tangible objects. While service industry includes everything else like banking, communication, wholesale and retail trade, legal profession, law enforcement, education, transport, health services, hospitality, catering, administration, entertainment, and even homemaking, the working of housewife and mothers. Service industries are very important because they provide services needed by all of society. They provide services to the primary, secondary and the tertiary industry so that they can run smoothly, and without these services society could not operate. These services are more evident in cities and towns because there are more people living in the urban areas, and similarly these services provide jobs and tax money. Let's see what is the contribution of service sector in Pakistan. The service sector of Pakistan contributes almost 2/3 to the final economic share over the last years. And students, Pakistan's economic structure has changed with the significant results starting from 57.1% of the contribution to GDP in 2009. This sector has become the major contributor for the growth of Pakistan. So here is the table that is telling us that in 2010 and 11 the contribution of agriculture and industry was almost 21%, while the service industries contributed 57.1%, and that increased in 2016 and 17 up to 59.6%. So the service sector is contributing almost 2/3 to the final economic share in Pakistan, but still there is need to increase in service industry because it provides employment to people, which increase standard of living, and it is also important to enhance the participation in international trade. So there are so many developed countries which have the higher percentage of workforce in services. For example, UK that has 75% of workforce in service industry. Similarly, Japan 68% and Hong Kong 98%. Hong Kong is the example of the economy which is service industry based. Students, we have talked about let's talk about some important service industries. We have discussed about transport as a service industry in the previous chapter. So today we will talk about the legal profession and the law enforcement. Legal profession, which includes lawyer, judges, attorney, barrister, advocates, paralegal, jurist, etc., are the legal professions which studied and develop and imply law. While the law enforcement is the department of people who enforce laws, investigate crimes and make arrests, and in this department include the police, FIA, Federal Investigation Agency, traffic police, railway police, anti-narcotics police, National Counter-Terrorism Authority. So let's see what's the importance of law enforcement and legal profession as a service industry, students, they are essential for a civilized society, as it is the duty of government to provide its people, its nation, a peaceful and just society. So, for this purpose, the government makes laws which it thinks facilitate a peaceful, profitable, and just society, and everyone has to abide by these rules. And anyone who breaks these laws has to be dealt with and punished by the society. So, the duty of the law enforcement is to regulate and enforce these laws in society to ensure the safety of public. So, law enforcement like police investigate wrongdoings and arrests, if possible, the people responsible. We can clarify it with example of the traffic rules, as there are traffic rules and regulations and everyone must follow it. Think what happens if there are no rules for traffic, or if nobody follows the traffic rules. Obviously there will be unrest and more accidents. That's why there is traffic police who enforce traffic rules, and if someone breaks these rules, he has to pay the penalty in the shape of challan. So same is in the other crime. And if the person is accused and he is arrested by the law enforcement, there are legal profession like lawyer, advocate, judges, jurist, who are there to ensure these people have justice and are not wrongly punished. So for this purpose, there are courts where there is the trial of their cases, and with the help of witnesses they decide whether the person is guilty or not. If he is guilty, he is punished, or if he is not, he get freedom. So there are courts, different courts in Pakistan for this purposes, like Sharia court, district courts, high court and supreme court. Students, remember, Supreme Court is the highest and the supreme court in Pakistan. Its decision cannot be challenged in any other court. The next one is education. Students, modern society is so complex that people must be literate to cope. So we cannot deny the importance of education, as it is a tool which provides people with knowledge, skill, techniques, information, and enables them to know their rights and duties towards their family, society, as well as the nation. Students, the importance of education cannot be described in words, as it is very necessary to cope with the modern world. It expands our vision and outlook to see life. It develops capabilities and skills. Similarly, educated person can get better job, as most of the job depends not on physical labor and strength, but on literacy and knowledge of often very complex activities and issues. Nowadays, job depends on analyzing a whole mass of data and working out a logical solution, which is not possible without knowledge and special skills that we can only get from education. And remember, even the humblest job still benefit from education. Education empowers people by making them aware of their rights. With the help of education, which tells us different abilities and skills, a person can not only plan for oneself and for his family. Similarly, with the help of education, he can help himself to be out of poverty and grow and succeed in life, because education is the only thing which develop capabilities and skill and give him the confidence and expand its vision and outlook to life. As education improves all these abilities and skills that we have discussed. So it also plays a very vital role in developing a country. If the people of country are educated, then they can help in development, as they can better understand and know economic rules and principles. Students, education is a tool that can be used very effectively to change the world. So same is in many developed countries and nations around the world which have made their way by the means of education. They are ahead in every field, ranging from economy to industry, technology to service, arts to culture, history to heritage, and what not, only because of the knowledge and education. But in developing countries, including Pakistan, the reason for backwardness lies in the negligence of education sector. In Pakistan, literacy rate is still low. Male 62% and females 35% overall, while the figures are low in rural areas. So we must focus on education, as it is very necessary for the progress of our country and to excel in technology, industry, medicine, and in every field of the life. If the person are educated, he can lead a better life, improve his lifestyle, and can cope with the modern world much better than the person who is uneducated, as a man without education is like a building without foundation. The next important sector is health. Health services are very important and essential to help prevent and cure illnesses and allow people to live longer and healthier and happy lives. Students, health services consist of medical professions, organization, and ancillary healthcare workers who provide medical care to those in need. Health services are very important as they facilitate and they are very essential to help prevent and cure illnesses and allow people to live longer and healthier and happy lives, as better health is central to human happiness and well-being. Health services include mental health care, dental care, preventative care, physical and occupational therapies, nutritional support, laboratory and diagnostic care, and so on. So there are some aspects of medicines who treat doctors, surgeons, who treat illnesses and accidents when they have already occurred, while others try to prevent the illness happening with inoculation, vaccination, and health training. Students, you can understand it with the example of corona epidemics. In such situation, you can see there are the paramedical staff, nurses, doctors, pharmacists who are dealing with the problem directly, but still there are the person who are trying to find out the new vaccination, who are doing research how to cope with this disease and virus. So the health services are very important because they makes an important contribution to economic progress as health and make the people healthy, and healthy people or healthy population live longer and they are more productive and can work hard. A healthy person thinks positively and perform his duties better than a sick person. As health services improves the life of the people, make them healthy, and it improves their life and they can live much longer. All the developed countries which have good health facilities, they have longer life expectancies. For example, if we talk about Japan, where life expectancy is 83.5 years, and similarly Germany with 81 years, while in the countries which has no good health services, like some of the African countries, the life expectancies is below the world average. because of inadequate health facilities. So health facilities are very important for a healthy population, which can contribute positively and more better and much better to the development of its country and society. Communication. Communication is the transfer of information between individual or groups. Communication is also very important as a service industry. Students, people have been communicated since ancient times. There were different means of communication that were used in olden times or ancient times, like fire signals, smoke signals, beating of the drums. Similarly, cave drawing, messaging on stone and columns. People used pigeon to send their letters. There were messengers who used to take message from one place to another place, and with the passage of time, there was the use of telephone, telegraph, radio, Morse code were also used as a mean of communication. And although these are not too old, use of telephone, radio, telegraph are not too old. Telephone and radio are still used nowadays. And there was, let me tell you, there was another important means of communication or method of sending messages electronically, and that was telexes. Telexes were a network of teleprinter similar to telephone networking, and in this system, students, message was sent from a distant location, emerged sometimes later as a printed document from a telex printer at the address it was sent to. So it was the telexes was sent with the help of telephone lines, and this facilities was very limited because it needs a support system, so that it was also not very common, but in olden time it was also used, not in the ancient time, but some years ago, like in the mid 20th century, it was very common, and it was considered a very great development. But nowadays there are different means of communication, like print media, electronic media, and the internet. Print media involves newspaper, the magazines, electronic media, TV, and the internet. Students, communication is very important, as good communication like internet, satellite system, cable networks provides a vast range of information, past and present, including international and local news, stock market trades, and up-to-date updates round the clock and at the click of button. This enables people to be well informed and to exchange important information about their businesses, and very helpful for the growth of business and industry. As with the help of communication, businessmen and industrialists can create good workingship relation or the business relationship. They can improve productivity and correspond their clients and workers very quickly, and it helps them in strong decision making. Similarly, there are the web based businesses nowadays, and you can have meetings on video calls. So all these helps in the growth of business and industry, and it helps people to be well informed and exchange their important information about their businesses and to other people. Similarly, it also enabled informed decision making. People can take decisions based on the information, relative information. Another important use of communication or means of communication is to educate people and to entertain them. And in this regard, radio and television are very important and effective mean of communication, because they can be used to entertain and give information and to educate people, particularly in areas where the literacy rate are low or the internet is not accessible. Students, you can see the example of educating people is in nowadays there are programs of teleschool on the PTV and all the other PTVs, so which is which can be seen in the remote areas of Pakistan. So such kind of programs can be used to educate the people. Similarly, transmission of cultural and traditional values is easy because of the means of communication, like television, print media. Another important benefit of communication is to bring systematic social change and awareness. Different means of communication can be used to bring social change. We can tell different we can create awareness on different social issues with the help of these means. So communication is very important nowadays, although we use different means of communication, but the most common means of communication is cell phone. It is a portable phone, we can carry it everywhere. It is not only used to communicate and to connect with the family and relatives and friends, but it is also used for a variety of purposes. Nowadays, cell phone is used by young, old, rich, and even poor all over the world. And these cell phone ranges from simple devices to one that have sophisticated features, and like text messaging, MMS, email, WhatsApp, internet access, business applications, camera, calculators, GPS, global positioning system, which can link up with users in remote places too. So we can carry out all the tasks on the mobile phone, for which we need to use laptops and computers, as cell phones or smartphones have replaced laptops and computers. We can make PowerPoint presentations, have video conferences, and can perform all the business tasks on these mobile phones. And we are you are always you are connected to the internet all the time, and you are contacted with the people all the time only because of the mobile phone. And as you can see, nowadays the most important use of cell phone is online teaching. You are taking the classes on phone, which is very easy to handle, and everyone has it, and it has an internet access. Similarly, you can search every kind of information with the help of internet. There are so many tutorial classes. People do transactions, and they run their businesses on with the help of mobile phones, as e-banking or e-commerce or e-trading is very common, and the mobile phone facilitates these things. So the most common mean of communication nowadays is cell phone, which has become a very important part of our life. Students, there are many people in developing countries working in communication industry, and a very good example of communication industry is call center. A call center is a centralized office used for receiving or transmitting a large volume of inquiries by telephone. There are offices employing thousands of people who use the telephone link to deal with customer queries and issues from all over the world. Many multinational businesses have their offices in service oriented countries. In many Asian countries, people are trained to understand foreign accent and respond in clear and correct language, as people feel more comfortable to ask or to inquire at these by calling at these call centers, rather to have an email to the offices which they want, from which they want the information. So call centers are becoming very popular in Pakistan nowadays. Thousands of people work in call centers and for outsourced business for international airlines, banks, IT companies, and even hospitals. So this is all about the communication, which is very important as a service industry, and for running the all other industries There are some other important service industries which are very important. We will talk a little about them. For example, the catering. Catering is a business which is about creating, delivering, and the presentation of food for clients. It provides. It is about providing food at home or at far off or remote places for their clients. Similarly, hospitality industry is a broad category of fields that include food and drink services, event planning, theme parks, hotels, restaurants, and so many other things. Homemaking is also very important. It is the management of home that is in Pakistan mostly done by the housewives and the mothers, and all they perform all they are the managers at home who manage all the home tasks and the things to facilitate and to run the institution of families very smoothly. Similarly, the garbage collection is another important service industry. It collect the garbage from all over the roads and the country and from different areas, and they are also very important. You can imagine if there is no sweeper, there are no sweepers or the garbage collector, what will be the situation of the roads. So students, remember, all the service workers are very important to run a society very smoothly. We need uh, singers, entertainers, lawyers, doctors, nurses, teachers. So many people or works services are required from different workers, which are employed in different sectors, and with that are very important part of service industries, as the industries is the largest employer of the labor. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood. So here is your home task. Read the topic on page number 58 and 59 and write the answer of the following question. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.